Welcome back, everyone. This is Julie, and this is Two Non-Critics and a Cat. We're missing a critic, but I have my sister at least, and the cat. Hello.
Yep, we're here. Cat is behind me on the chair as usual.
Cat is
it's
on
not
the
like
chair.
she changes location a lot. This is take two, obviously. There is never a smooth beginning.
She always has to say that.
Yes, because there's never a smooth beginning, and I'll buy you a microphone and some headphones.
My microphone is completely fine. The problem is
it's completely fine. It's so fine that sometimes Feds and we have to kind of guess what you're saying.
Thanks.
But it's fine. Of course it's fine.
It's the enjoyable part of the live. It's not live.
Yes, it is.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the lip syncing that.
Lip syncing.
Yeah. Anyway, how was your weekend? What did you do last week?
Great.
What did you watch?
I absolutely did nothing. I worked very much, so I was very tired. So I just went home and I binged the entire season of Bloodhounds on Netflix.
Did you watch The Boys already, by the way?
No, actually, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't because I watch it with Moles. I watch it with Molly.
I think you should because you have to do an episode on it.
Oh, no, I know, but I need to wait for Molly because we watch it together.
Fine. For me, it was a big week of rewatch. I rewatched a lot of stuff. I rewatched Whiplash and La La Land.
Yes, I also watched La La Land with you.
Yeah, that is very true.
I was inside your house. Yes.
I'm like manifesting Chazelle to finish this movie that is shooting in Greece very, very soon so that I can watch it. Very excited for it. We don't have a title yet, by the way, but we've seen some very interesting pictures.
The title of the movie will
from
be
the set.
A Heart Attack from Damien Chazelle.
Exactly. But yeah, and then I rewatched Dune Part 2, and I actually watched a special contents because all of this stuff that I watched on, like, I bought a physical copy of it because I have a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray whatever reader player, and so I bought this and I watched the special content for all of them. And you know that the eclipse in Dune Part 2 is actually a real eclipse that there was in Jordan, and they filmed it and they used it in the movie.
No, I had no idea, but it will make sense.
No visual effects.
It will make sense because it's Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, everything is on camera. It reminds me of someone else, which, speaking of, actually, I rewatched Oppenheimer as well for the 1 million time. And every time I watch that movie, every time it's like more perfect than the time before. It just doesn't.
I think at 100
miss
times.
A bit.
I think at 100 times mark, you just have Christopher Nolan coming into your house.
Yeah, that's what I hope. That's how I'm doing it. Yeah, and then I watched for the first time. Yeah, this is a shame actually. The Darjeeling Limited by Wes Anderson, and I really liked it. I have to say, I laughed a lot, and I liked it a lot. I really did. Which I say it in this way because I'm not normally a comedy girl. I'm a drama girl. So and that's a comedy, obviously, but I really enjoyed it.
I don't mind Wes Anderson.
What?
I really don't mind Wes Anderson. I like.
Yeah, I think he's really good. I love his movies.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if there is a guy that can do comedy for me, is Wes Anderson.
Ralph Fiennes is always a great piece into the comedy as well.
Yeah, Adrian Brody as well. Adrian Brody as well is in a lot of his movies, and Bill Murray. I mean, he's got great actors in them. But anyway, I think that's all I've done this week. And I'm sure I watched something else that I don't remember. I finished Shrinking on Apple TV, which I really enjoyed. And then nothing else.
Well done. That sounded
I think that was all, yeah.
Sounds
like a rap, exactly.
Sounds like a rap and a proactive weekend. I literally just binged the whole season of Bloodhounds, which I think they're going to make a third one. If you don't know what Bloodhounds is, it's a Korean drama, and it's based on two guys that basically are box champions, and they end up in like Korean mafia and stuff, and it's just like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Nice.
It's very funny. It's full of punches, and I love it. So I just binged it. I think they're going to do a third one.
Great. You know what I rewatched as well,
What?
actually. This gives me, I can actually connect this to some piece of news that we skipped over some weeks ago. So I rewatched Quiet Place Part 2
Oh yeah.
because John Krasinski announced
How
a
does
few
Bloodhounds connect?
weeks ago, because it's I don't know, because I thought maybe it's a horror thing.
Yeah. No, Bloodhounds
Yeah.
is not horror, but
Okay, fine. Anyway, Krasinski announced, I think a couple of months ago, that he's doing part 3 of A Quiet Place, which I find absolutely brilliant piece of horror.
which is for once the something that I told you to watch, and you actually watched it without
Yeah,
shitting
I
yourself.
did. I did it. Did we watch it together the
No.
first time? I don't remember.
No.
Oh, okay. We didn't.
Watched
Anyway,
it in the cinema.
part 1, part 2, part 3. Part 3, we are having Emily Blunt and Cillian Murphy returning, plus some addition. Jack O'Connell is one of the addition, and to be honest,
That
I
is
stopped there
insane.
because I was so excited and I didn't read the other names. But, but honestly, but I remember there were more that I was like, wow, yeah. Yeah, and then so obviously I'm super excited for the Odyssey now coming in
As a
July.
baby of skins, I'm so happy that Jack O'Connell is actually getting the recognition he deserves. So
Yes. And also, today we just booked an entire row of a cinema to go watch
Yes,
The
we
Devil
did.
Wears Prada in 6 people on the 1st of May,
it's
which is the
basically the
day that it
entire
comes
row.
out. I've seen a premiere somewhere where Emily Blunt was wearing a fantastic dress. It was
Well, I would
like,
hope
whoa.
so. It's a movie about
Honestly, it was
fashion.
just incredible. Like, wow. And Stanley Tucci is just such a fashion guy. Like that character
him.
that he's playing is basically 80% himself
Yes,
because he's
absolutely.
such a classy guy, and he's done an interview during the premiere. They were promoting the movie. I don't know if they were doing a premiere because it's a bit early for premieres, but they were promoting the movie, and he said, the only thing that I want to say in terms of fashion is please don't wear your tracksuit, your gym stuff.
And unfortunately, I am completely shut down by that
Fair enough.
because I do go around like I go to the gym 24/7.
Yeah, to be fair though, he's right. He's right. Come on. He's right.
We're
Like
not
it's
exactly
it's
the people
really
to be talking about that
it's
'cause
not classy.
we
It's not
dress really
classy to go in
comfortably.
your gyms wear. Yeah, but I feel you, Stanley. I feel you, even though I'm sorry, but sometimes I do as well.
I'm part of the
But
problem.
he's right. Listen, and the fact that I do it doesn't mean that he's not
Part
right.
of the
He's
problem.
absolutely
Yeah, no.
100% right. I mean, a man in a 3-piece suit is definitely better than in a
Oh, 100%.
Adidas
God, no,
tracksuit. You know
100%.
what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, we are here today to. I mean, I am here today just to support my sister.
Because
Not
of course you
emotionally,
can
because
bet.
actually it would have been the opposite if I watched this movie. She would have supported me emotionally. I'm just asking the questions. That's what I'm doing. So we're talking about the Lee Cronin's The Mummy,
Yes.
which is a horror that just came out.
Yes.
That my sister, obviously,
I was very
being
excited.
the horror queen, yes, she went to see it. You went with Denise, no?
Yes, I did. We went literally on opening night on the 17th, and we were so excited. We did not watch in the IMAX because, God no, it actually came out in IMAX, but I was not gonna do that to myself. So we just watched it almost cinema.
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna ask you very straightforward questions. First of all, before we lean into it, I would just want to say that I asked my sister, is this the same guy that did Evil Dead Rise? And she said yes. And I asked this question because there is a backstory. So we were on a plane. We were going to US for sure because that's where we go normally. But like, she was watching this movie, which is
Yes.
Evil Dead Rise, and at
Yes.
some point, I could barely see what it was, but what I could see from the side, I said to her, Julie, like, you need to change movie, or some kid will be scarred forever behind, if there's some kid behind you or around you, whatever, you are going to, and the kid is me, really, in this case. Like, well, I could see stuff happening on that screen, and
No,
I was like, I don't like, I don't want to deal with this.
there is very little that makes me like physically recoil from a movie. Evil Dead Rise is probably one of them. So,
You
I
know, it was the
genuinely,
first time in my life that I was actually grateful that you were watching it instead of a great screen or whatever on the
I
screen
would have never
of
watched that
a
around you.
plane so that I could not entirely see what you were seeing because those screens are
Yeah,
terrible.
so Lee Cronin, funny enough, is an Irish filmmaker. So he's the one that did the Evil Dead Rise, which is the fifth from the Evil Dead franchise, and then he's done The Mummy. So yeah, basically The Mummy just came out now, and it shocked us a little bit. It
He's
shocked.
actually Irish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
He's
Irish.
Irish. Oh my goodness. He's Irish, yeah. Why am I not surprised in a way though?
Oh my god, the Irish are crazy.
But yeah, they are. So, so one word reaction to the mummy. One word. That is the word. Okay.
The word is
Okay, listen.
genuinely the word
Okay, fine.
is
So elaborate.
stomachache.
So, how far does he push the horror?
Oh,
Are we talking like creepy,
no,
disturbing,
no, no.
whatever?
So we're talking about a stomachache of blood and like various things, because it's like you actually watch the movie and it's so disturbing. I read actually one of the. By the way, it went on 74% of Rotten Tomatoes, so it's not bad. There was a lot of
Mm.
people that didn't like it for obvious reason because probably they went there and they thought it was a remake of the actual Mummy from like
The
with
mummy
Brendan
from
Fraser.
Brendan
Yeah,
Fraser, which is kind of a, it's not a comedy, but it has a lot
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah. It's
comedic
like a
relief.
comedy
I
relief.
wouldn't
Yeah,
say it's
yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
him. Brendan Fraser is the
I'm
comic
not scared.
relief of it. But yeah, no, it has
There is
nothing to
also
do with
another
it.
anecdote from that mummy,
What
which
is it?
is
Oh,
just taking Julia to the Universal Studios on the mummy attraction and
on the
having
roller
her
coaster.
threaten to basically kill me multiple times when
Yes,
we actually managed to survive
yes.
the whole thing. Yes,
I
that
don't like
was
roller
fun.
coasters. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't have to do anything with it. It's brilliant for me. I really much liked it. I'll definitely watch it again, which is incredible for me to watch a horror movie. Absolutely, I'm joking. I always watch horror movies again. I literally watch it on a Sunday, like when I got nothing to do. I might actually rewatch it tonight now that I'm thinking about it. It's disgusting. It's genuinely disgusting. It goes forward to it makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel uncomfortable the whole movie. For one reason or another, you're like you're looking at the child or you're looking at the parents,
Mhm.
you're feeling the emotions that they're feeling.
Give me a bit of summary though, because I know nothing about it. You're talking about child. I don't know
Yeah,
who the
so it's
child is.
basically it's set in Egypt. There's a family, very cute family. They got one child, two children, sorry, and the wife is pregnant, and basically they have this lovely life. And then at some point, the child disappears. Mind yourself, this is in Egypt. The child disappears, and then it comes back 8 years later. That is the main base.
All right.
So the
And I
child,
guess
the
how it comes back, that's
it's not the child. So the
down to
child disappears.
interpretation.
It comes back 8 years later. There is a curse that goes on to another family, and how the movie starts. It's which is incredible. The movie starts with them, with this other family just saying, "Is he woken up or what is happening?" Like there's like signs of evil. So they go and they actually get it. They check the tomb that is in Egypt, and then once it all happened, it's like the husband dies from the first that family, so she basically has to go on bringing the curse.
That's lovely. Okay, fine. Okay, so it's kind of a classic horror plot. Like it doesn't from what you described, it doesn't feel like it's
No,
something extremely original.
it's like a managing of a curse basically in Egypt.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But also
Okay.
is the most unsettling feeling is the family part, is the fact that they got a daughter taken away and then given back, but it's not her. The
But it's
child's
completely
name is
different,
Katie.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not her. And she gets like they find her. She's a relic basically, like she's an actual relic. So they need to understand what happened to her, and then she wakes up. She's a mummy, but then she wakes up. So that's the problem. And she's like
I see.
highly in hypothermia. She's got severe damage, like nerve damage. They have no idea what happened to this kid in 8 years.
Is it more structured like a tension movie or like more jump scares kind of
It's
horror?
definitely not jump scare. It's just unsettling. It's fully
Ah,
unsettling.
okay.
It's fully unsettling on how they're trying to still fit this child in their life and how it does not fit. Because this child is not Katie. The only critic that I have to do to this movie that is very silly on some parts, because genuinely you could not have me anywhere near something like that. Like it is ridiculous. Like you would see this child climbing the walls and the mom would be like, "Oh, that's my Katie." I'm like, "No, girl, that's not your Katie." So it's a little bit stupid from that side, but at the same time it's like incredibly unsettling. The splatter is next level.
Okay, fine. No, that's not a movie for me. Yeah,
No, the
you're not
splatter is
selling it
next.
to me.
There is a. I'm just gonna say one scene because it's probably out of context. You've seen it everywhere. But she tries to cut really, really long nails that are being overgrown and basically dead skin. So she cuts the skin, but then she's like actually going down, and then she pulls a piece of flesh that goes until her knee. Like he's very gory. It's definitely
My
very gory,
Jesus,
and
I'm about
it's
okay. Yeah,
unsettling
no.
because
I
then
think Feds should have done this
because
episode with
the
you.
point is no definitely because the point is that not only she pulls the skin but the child reacts to that, so you're just thrown into the unsettling mood of this child feeling pain and you're just like, I don't like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. Did you actually care about these characters, or were they just there to be like, not to be chased, but you know what I mean in terms of like the structure of a horror movie?
Very
Were they
interesting
just
question.
there
It's
to, like, there was some character development that you were like, for example, I'll
yes,
give you an example. 28 Days Later, you saw it with me,
yeah,
right? The first time in the cinema. You care deeply about Brendan Gleeson's character,
yeah.
Jim, and her. I don't remember her name, but you care about all of them. The girl, about all of
Yeah,
them.
so
They're
at
not just
the
there to be chased by the zombies. That's
yeah
what I mean.
So at the end of the movie, I was quite upset about the Katie's character, like the mummy's character. I absolutely despised the main character, not the one of the main characters that is the woman that puts the curse on the child, basically. And then at the end, there's a very, very satisfying ending that I did not see coming, which I suppose that I'm not able to say straight away. Maybe with a spoiler alert, I will. But there is a very satisfying ending. So at that point, I was actually really, really happy about it ended. So
Was
yes,
the
not for
was
them,
the Go ahead, go ahead.
not for the child specifically, but for some of the characters, like the father, for example, I did. I genuinely did care.
Was the kid really good in terms of performance?
Oh
Because
God,
we've
Lord.
seen some, we've seen from British cinema, especially. I don't know if this, if the girl is British. I actually have to see what her name is.
The
But like from British cinema recently, we've been seeing a lot of kids giving
they're
incredible
insane.
performances. Like I don't know, I think about
She
adolescents or
must
even the
be.
Bone Temple.
She
You
must
know.
be about 8 to 10 years old. When I tell you, I've never seen a more demonic child. the makeup,
Billy, I think her name is Billy
the
Roy, if I'm
makeup was
not
insane.
wrong.
By the way,
And she's actually American. She's
the
actually
makeup
American.
was insane.
Yeah, she's American.
Like
And
Exorcist level insane.
interesting. But like these kids are quite something, I have to say.
She's very young.
Um,
She was very cool. Yeah.
Nice, very nice. And is there anything that you saw in the movie that you were like, I don't know, you were like, why would they do that? Like that was kind of bullshit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I said that there's a couple of things that come out as stupid. Like, for example, you would see the child running around on the roof, and they would be like, "Oh, that's my Katie. Girl, run away." Like, that's not your
Yeah,
Katie. Like,
like when you title a movie, don't open that door, and the first thing they do is
they open
opening
the
that
door,
door.
exactly. Yeah, there was a couple of scenes that was very annoyingly like that, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you kind of fell into the thing of like, oh, they're caring for their family, like that's their daughter, like a daughter that they lost for 8 years, and that inspires you back into a lot of emotion. And you're just like, yes, this is a horror, but like I would do the same thing. Would I do the same thing? So it's very annoying to watch it, but definitely a couple of scenes could have been taken out.
Yeah. So a lot of people might want to watch this movie because they think of the version of The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. So my question is, what would you say to these people? Like, how does that compare to that version of The Mummy?
If you want to go and see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, don't go see Hannibal.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
It's like
genuinely,
completely different
it
version.
makes no sense. The only thing that you have is the actual um, scenes where they're shot and like the whole Egypt, like scenography and stuff like that, which is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Um, it has nothing to do with the original Mummy. Genuinely nothing to do. It's a complete different story.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like we're
Yeah,
talking
it's a
like
different
the
take.
Mummy was as well, like it was a, I don't even remember it because I've seen it like 15, 20 years ago.
It's like from 1999, I
Yeah,
think,
but it
the
was
original
like
one.
a kind of a lost artifact or something.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, some
this
sort
is
of, yeah.
demonic. Like this is demonic
I think
possession.
from what I remember, it was more, I think it was closer to like an Indiana Jones
Yes,
than a horror
exactly,
movie.
exactly. So this, at the end of it, this is an entity that is being trapped into bodies for generations and generation, and they're trying to keep it closed into that sarcophagus, and they pass it from body to body. So this woman took the child to pass this entity into that body. So it has nothing to do with artifacts, with Egypt, or anything like that. Like it's just a demon going from person to person.
From the storyline that you've seen in this movie, do you think that they have in mind to do some sequels? Do you think they left space for maybe potentially extending
It
the
could
story
be
if it's
not
successful at the
needed,
box
not
office?
needed, but it could for the second one. And I think only a second one would do. Because the ending, yes, it ended on a really satisfying note, but it ended that I could have seen what happened after, like what happened to that
Okay.
person and who else got involved into this kind of curse. Also, there's a funny thing. Apparently, there's a reference to an architect. Oh my God, what's the name of the of people that actually study ancient things like ancient fossils?
Archaeologist.
Thank you. There's a name of one of the archaeologists that actually is in the movie that is apparently connected to the entire universe of the Evil Dead Rise.
Okay.
So people are speculating about the fact that it could be connected in between the Mummy and the Evil Dead, like the entire thing, the entire
Interesting.
universe. It could be connected. Yeah.
It's like a Pixar universe, but not really.
It's like when
A bit
Welcome to,
of a more horror take
it's
on
like
a.
Welcome to Derry. When Welcome to
Yeah, yeah.
Derry came out, only my flatmate knows the scream that I let out at the end of the season, because the end of the season was completely connected with the two movies. And I did not see that coming, and that was incredible. There is nothing better than a horror that is connected and you don't realize it coming. Especially for someone that is obsessed with horror. It's such a fantastic thing, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what is it's hilarious, but I'm gonna ask you that. What's your most controversial opinion about the film? Like something that you think.
If my child came back like that, I would have put her under 3 meters of dirt and never see her ever again. There is no love that could save me from that. You have no idea. You have no idea.
This is the maternal spirit in my sister
I'm
speaking.
absolutely not doing that. You have no idea. When they open, there's a scene where they open the curtains and the parents are genuinely in tears looking at her. I'm just like, boy, I would have turned around so fast. Put it back into the ground. What are you doing? Like, that was clearly not your daughter. There is no amount of nerve damage that could have done that to your daughter. Genuinely. And the dad is the one that actually understands that that's an entity, by the way. And there is a very, very cool thing that they do at some point. When she cannot speak, she starts speaking in Morse code with her teeth. And then the dad realizes that she was speaking in Morse code like they did in a flashback. But it's the way they distort the sound and they make it close to the ear of the dad that is just like, it was so cool. It was such a cool scene. I just genuinely turned around and went, oh my God, she's stalking. Like, it was one of those movies, you know?
Is that the best scene, you think?
Yes, definitely.
Like if I asked you a scene that stood out, okay.
Yeah, because there's a tilt of the camera around the ears of the dad, and there's like this echoey like knock like continues on the desk, and from a flashback and her teeth, and I genuinely just turned around to Denise and I went, "Oh my God, she's talking," and then everyone went, so it was cool. It was really cool. It was genuinely well done.
So I'm not gonna ask you as a final question. I'm not gonna ask you to score it because we don't score movies. You know that. I mean, sometimes
I did do
when
a
they're good, we
letterbox
do.
account, so technically.
Yeah, here we go. But I'm gonna ask you. So
You can post my letterbox review later.
from January to now, there are a few horror movies that came
my
out. Like I don't know, The Bone Temple. This one.
Who is you have an actual director that you like that is coming up with one of my favorite things in the world.
A what?
I will
Director?
tell you in a second. Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted you to tell me the top 3 of the year so far.
Horror movies that haven't come out yet.
Of the horror movies that you've seen so far this year.
They genuinely have not come out yet. They're all coming out in the next month. Like, this
Okay, but
was good.
of the ones that I saw, for example, because you've seen, I remember you had a really good opinion of The Bone Temple
Yes,
when
of
you've
course.
done your review.
I love 28 Days Later, 28 years.
For example, The Bone Temple or The Mummy? There's a long silence here.
Okay,
Wow.
so for me, The Mummy. Simply because the Bone Temple was good, but it was not better than the first one that came out. If you told me, what's the first one that we watched together?
28 Days Later.
So 28 years.
Is the original one. 28 years later
So
is the first of the
28 years
trilogy.
later is better than The Mummy, but The Mummy is better than the Bone Temple.
That's funny that you say that, because most people think the Bone Temple is better than 28 years later.
Nope.
Interesting.
So it's
What are the
directed
ones that
by
are coming?
Kane Parsons, and it's a movie that is coming out in literally I think less than a month, and it's called Backrooms, which is based on a creepypasta that did the entire round of the globe, and it's basically a liminal space where you end up when you clip reality, and there is going to be so much anxiety in that movie that I cannot wait to come out, and then. Passengers about the road trip is coming out, which you saw the trailer, and then Hokum is coming out. They're probably planning to do like a long leg sequel, and that's all I know for now.
Nice. Great. I would say that we're done for today, because this was your take on The Mummy, your review. We are very excited we have in 2 weeks our episode on The Devil Wears Prada,
Yes.
part 2, because everything is
Part 2,
now.
20 years later.
20 years later, exactly. Yeah, that's a mashup of Dune and 28 Days Later. So, yes, we're very excited for that, and we are gonna find something nice to talk about next week as well. We'll probably talk about either The Boys or Shrinking, some TV show that we like.
No, I just wanted to have a note on actually how many things that come out since I think 2 weeks, because we got Send Help. We got 28 years later, The Bone Temple in 2026.
Send Help. Did you watch Send Help?
Not
Which
yet.
is the Sam Raimi one.
Yes,
It's the Raimi one, no?
Raimi is also the one that I think that co-produced the Evil Dead franchise.
I actually have a
One of them.
friend, I think Matteo told me that Send Help was, so shout out to Matteo, Send Help was really good.
There is another one that came out literally just now, which is called Undertone, which is apparently disturbing as hell, which I really want to see. And Ready or Not 2 came out, and then They Will Kill You came out. So it's generally, and The Mummy. So it's generally so many of them that came out just now, and there's like about 5 coming out in the next month. So I'm horror movie.
Interesting.
Wise, I'm ready. I'm
Good.
ready.
So that's what you're excited for. For me,
Absolutely.
what I'm excited for is Devil Wears Prada 2, Toy Story 5. Disclosure, Toy Story 5 will make me cry all of my tears. I already
I
know
love the
that.
difference in between the two
Yes.
types of movies.
And Disclosure Day, which is the new Steven Spielberg movie, and then obviously the Odyssey, and then there's Dune Part 2. That's my year.
Good.
Boom. Great. So I think we're done for today. For once, we can finish at the, at the 30 minutes mark, actually. And I will see you next week.
With The Devil Wears Prada? No, 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Next week, we'll come up with something. We always do. There's a lot to
Bye,
talk
boys.
about.
It's
So we
my
always
time to shine.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.